the nuts hang. It's just a rant thing.
And we're back with episode 81 of The Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Parrish.
Silky smooth underwear.
Well, that's what's underneath that counts.
Exactly. What up, bitch?
Not much.
Very good.
Mysterious bitch.
Yeah. I am Mystery Underpants bitch.
Oh, Mystery Underpants. Oh, I know you well.
Yeah. Mystery Underpants bitch, or MUB for short.
Mumbo number 5.
No, you take that back.
Mumbo number 2.
No. No Mumbo.
Mumbo number 15.
No, no Matumbo.
Not in my house. No.
Exactly.
So
welcome to episode 81. To Yag or not T.O. Yag? That is the episode.
ITO Yag.
Exactly. It'd be sweet to see him here.
Right. He has not signed
Nowhere.
with the Eskimos. But, in our minds, he's already in the Hall of Fame.
He's already here, baby.
Yeah. Speaking.
Damn it, Owens.
Yeah.
Transition to wrestling. That kind of works. How about that?
Well, to who? Kevin Owens or Adam Cole?
Baby. Either one.
Yeah, there's
You
nobody,
choose.
there's nobody named Terrell.
No.
Not at all.
Not in WWE, anyways. I'm sure there is somewhere out there.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
So.
Kevin Owens
Sure.
and Braun Strowman, not gonna be friends anytime soon.
He flipped his car, man. Flipped his freaking car. That was sweet. I enjoyed that. I enjoy immediately after the match. It just changes, like, I'm going to kill you, man. That's great. Good stuff.
I think Kevin Owens is making that entertaining.
Yes, he
And
is.
just the fact that Braun Strowman's like, I want to be his friend. No, I want to kill him.
No. It's too bad you can't have Sami Zayn in there helping and doing his thing, but guy's got torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, technically has 2.
Technically, too. He's at the surgery on his right one,
Yeah.
and he's going to be out until at least 2019.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I bet she's back Rumble.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, it's possible.
So, man, jerking off would suck.
But you wouldn't be able to. You just have to get someone else to do it. That's what Kevin Owens is for. He's the best friend.
Well, not if
Jerk me off!
Not if he's on the road.
Well, he just has to get roadhead. Yeah.
Bring back the roadie. The
Yeah.
road dog.
Yeah.
Ain't he great?
Isn't he lovely?
Yeah. So, in the sense of WWE, I guess, we're filming on the Tuesday. SmackDown just ended.
Hooray!
Team Hell No's back.
Hooray! That makes me legitimately happy.
Shinsuke was not there because he got bit by a security dog.
It's because of all the weed in his system.
Sorry.
You know how the Japanese love their weed.
Sorry, no English.
Nah.
And then who else? Carmella and AJ Styles also not at SmackDown.
I said Carmella wasn't because she was down in Australia. Where was AJ Styles?
Same thing.
Oh, was
They're
he? Okay.
both, yeah. But that seems weird that you'd have both your women's and heavyweight champion away from your show on the same day.
You think you do one week, one the other week?
Right?
But what do I know?
Unless you had AJ doing the video game, because he is now the cover athlete of WWE 2K19.
Very possible.
No, it's legit.
No, very possible that he was down there doing that.
Oh yeah. And then we found out Raw that Rey Mysterio.
Did you see Rey Mysterio's ad? Fuck,
Yeah.
was that good? That makes me want to get the game.
Well, somebody made a weird stat. They had Sting was on 2K15 or whatever on the cover, and then he returned to wrestling.
Was it 16 or 15?
I don't know, one of them. Goldberg was one of them. He returned. Then they had Kurt Angle. He returned, and then they had Rey Mysterio.
That's what I said. As soon as I saw it, turned to Mrs. Meniac, I'm like, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Just wait. He'll be back.
So, now, what do you do with them?
Bury him. You
I mean,
fucking
like,
bury him in 205 Live.
Part of
He's
me,
a jobber.
part of me wants to see him in 205 Live and go against a Kalisto, or like I just want to see like those matches.
Part of me wants to see him in NXT.
Part of me also, yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Part of me wants to see him against Ricochet. Part of me wants to see him against Gargano.
Against Adam Cole, baby!
I mean, he did eliminate him from the Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
I mean, that masked bastard.
That mastered.
Masker Ray.
Masquerade Ray.
But, I mean, I think, too, like, he's one of those guys where, you know, you can put him anywhere. Like, him against Daniel Bryan.
That'd be good.
Him against Shinsuke.
That'd be good. Him
You-
against James Ellsworth.
No.
I
I want to see Braun against Ellsworth again, though.
want to see Braun against Mysterio.
That's really Team Little Big.
Really is. They could do a lot there.
But then, I mean, you can, like I was saying, what about Seth Rollins or Rey Mysterio?
That'd be good.
Um,
Returning Dean Ambrose. What's going on with him?
well, he's injured.
Still?
Yeah.
I thought he was just on the mend, or what's going on?
Not yet. Well, right now, Jason Jordan is the one that's clear to return, not Ambrose. They said, well, I mean, they said Ambrose would be fall, like summerish to begin with.
He fell in the summer?
But, I mean, what do you do with him? Like, where does he fit in?
NXT.
No. But, like, is he Raw? Is he SmackDown? Because, like, part of me is like...
NXT UK. Build that brand.
NXT Canada. And he's
Yay!
He is half
He
Canadian.
is in part of Canada.
Well, I mean,
That separatist little slime ball.
but I mean, that's the thing. Like, do you see them bringing back the Shield if he's on Raw?
They should.
But, like, who's going to go against him?
Who cares? Everyone.
I do have a theory, though.
Bring us the theory. Lay it on
right.
us thick and juicy style.
This is kind of going back to what we rehashed, like, a long time ago, but
Hooray!
you bring back Ambrose,
Yeah, fuck him.
who joins up with Rollins and helps Roman Reigns defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal title at SummerSlam.
Heel tactics.
They join together, yeah. I mean, they're all about justice, right? It's an injustice that the champion is not on Raw.
Heel tactics. Which, by the way, apparently Brock has, like, some fucking issues with his contract, and that's keeping him from, like, showing up more. Some shit like that.
But
Figures.
unless there's this wicked ass storyline to get him heat.
Maybe. Yeah, that's very true as well.
So, but then, as soon as you got Roman Reigns as champion, the very next day on Raw, Roman Reigns turns on the Shield and aligns himself with the Authors of Pain.
The diabolical.
And then, you know who Rollins and Ambrose team up with?
The Monster in the Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fun would that be?
That'd be a little bit of alright.
Huh. Plus, it'd be really funny to see Braun Strowman in the Shield clothes.
All he's really got to do is kind of change his pants.
I know, but it'd still be funny.
Yes, it would.
I mean,
Watch him come out with a shield.
he'd be the only one to make that look cool.
True. And his shield, Alexa Bliss.
What happens if you just use Rollins and Ambrose as actual shields? I can see Ambrose being that guy, like, I don't care, like, just do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing. If you get hit, it's not my fault.
Picks up Ambrose or Rollins. Probably Rollins. Uses him as a lawn dart.
He's a sword, he just throws them.
Yeah.
He's the one
Sparta!
the ones with a bow and arrow and just
Bending Ambrose backwards like a bow and arrow. That'd be sweet.
Oh.
Just murder!
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row of murder! She's gonna get murdered.
Yeah, in the butthole.
Anal murder. Moving on!
Yeah.
Montez Ford, Bianca Belair got married.
Yeah, they did.
Good for them.
And,
You know what? When she doesn't have her super long extension shit in, she's really attractive.
Yeah.
I just the hair down to like the feet just
Right.
It's weird to me.
It's something I've been noticing too with girls on TV. Like even Carmella, it's like her hair's a little long. Like,
Yeah, but almost
I'm not really one to talk, but
almost all of them are extensions though.
I mean, yeah, I know, but it's like how long does it have to get?
Oh.
Like you don't need to wipe
That's
your
why
ass
I
with
actually
your
like
hair.
Lana's hair more. It's short now.
Well, then it falls out every time Naomi kicks her.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's why I have no hair. I got kicked too much
Yeah.
in the head.
I didn't get kicked at all. That's why I have a lot.
You stole mine, you son of a bitch.
No, they kicked it. It just fell into my head.
Yeah, flew off mine right into yours.
With one false swoop.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Ugh. So how about the UK tournament?
What about it?
It happened and I missed it
Yeah, it was actually
Pissed?
not
because the information said it was last year's when it wasn't.
bad. Yeah.
Pissed me off.
You would think if WWE Network was gonna like put all this money and advertise, which is actually really funny because I bitched about them not advertising it, and then next Monday, boom, right after they're like, "Oh, we're advertising it next week."
Not a lot of advertisement though for it. One
No,
week, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you knew it was happening, you just didn't know when. But
Yesterday and today,
yeah,
Monday and Tuesday.
even though on TV it said it was last year's.
Yeah.
But I mean, not too bad. I mean, we did see a little bit of reoccurring guys like Jack Gallagher, who was in, like,
Returning Noam Dar.
but it wasn't in the actual tournament.
So, still there.
But I mean, I can see Joe Coffey getting signed. I can see Zach
like him.
Gibson getting signed.
I like both of them actually.
I can see
Flash Morgan Webster.
Yeah. And I forget his first name, but the Banks guy who's in the final. Travis Banks, yes, thank you. I can see him getting signed. I was also very curious.
I feel like it's either Progress Wrestling or it's
Well, they have a deal, like a working agreement with
no, yeah,
Progress.
but I feel like it's maybe Progress, maybe it's one of the other promotions over in UK. I feel like Coffee and Banks are part of like a stable over there, who regularly go against Mustache Mountain.
Well, what happened though? Coffee and Banks actually had a semifinal match where Banks won, and then Coffee beat him up after.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, we saw British Strong Style and Bate and Dunn were feuding over the NXT title for how long last year? So,
Not to mention, Mustache Mountain,
no,
new tag team champions.
yeah, we did say that last week. It's just now official because
because
it's
it's happened. Spoiler alert: 3, 2, 1. New NXT tag team champions as of the tapings. What is it? A couple days ago.
Yeah, the NXT tapings came in,
Undisputed Era regains.
in like 3 weeks. So I mean, you know, they're now going to do a program.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
A program.
But I mean, another thing too with last night's edition of the NXT UK tournament thing, our championship tournament, they actually announced for sure now with the NXT UK a new division.
They have enough talent. They definitely can do it.
The general manager being Johnny Saint.
Yeah.
Now, Mike.
Any relation to Stevie Saint?
Maybe. He could be his
Grandfather? Uncle?
older brother.
Ooh, he's old.
Yeah. Steve Saint was actually surprisingly older than a lot of people thought.
47 when he started.
Yeah, he was like the Batista, a very old rookie.
312.
Yeah. Not a day over 17.
That young old vet.
Yeah. But my thing is, now are they going to use NXT UK and do a lot of NXT crossover, or are they going to bring the guys from NXT over to the NXT UK? Like, how is this going to be a thing? Is it going to be a different branch?
From what the brief bit that I've heard, granted I haven't heard a lot about it, been busy, haven't watched a lot of wrestling last week. It's going to be its own hour TV show, kind of like NXT is right now, doing their own thing over there, kind of tapings and whatnot.
But are they going to use like the? Well, I mean, I guess Triple H did say they're going to have their own titles.
Which they already have one.
Yeah, they're going to have their own tag division, women's division.
Which I believe you got to think Tony Storm's going to head up the women's division.
At this time, yeah.
You'd think. Yeah.
I mean, talk about an opportunity that Paige totally missed out, though, eh?
Well,
I mean,
no fault of her own, but yes.
No, I know, but I mean,
She could have headed the fuck out of that.
I mean, but
she could have given head to all of that.
Wouldn't she also been a prime candidate for the GM role too?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, at least it's a little bit more current.
I think they want her over on SmackDown as a bigger figurehead.
I still prefer to have Jeff Jarrett as SmackDown's GM.
Well, just because he got into the Hall of Fame doesn't mean that all bridges are mended and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think I do say that because I mean, look at what they did with Bruno and the Warrior. Actually,
True.
I mean,
true, but maybe it's just thank you very much, have a nice day, and that's that.
Well, yeah, but think about it. Vince McMahon actually Jeff Jarrett, the same guy he fired on the last episode of Nitro on live TV, back into the Hall of Fame. Like that's. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to give McMahon credit. He's willing to put ego aside when it's best for business.
But also, do you not say that like maybe that has a lot to do with Triple H because he's the one that brokered the silence between Vince and Bruno.
Yeah. No, Triple H he's definitely breaking down walls. Break the walls down.
So, or like, is this a good idea for like maybe William Regal going over to the NXT UK, and then you can push Shawn Michaels as the commissioner?
Definitely could.
I mean, my idea for having NXT UK Invasion on NXT TV with William Regal being the reason why it could still very well happen now.
Yeah, it definitely could.
With NXT UK being a thing.
What if they brought the NXT European title? That'd be sweet.
Bring back the European title and just keep it in there.
They're the North American, suddenly European.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That would be an interesting con. It'd be interesting. But I mean, also it took NXT like 4 years before they brought in North American.
At least 5, I think, because it's 2013 when they started doing this thing.
They also started back with those stupid competitions.
Yes. Well, 2013, I think, when the TV show actually started.
When was yeah.
I think it was when the actual NXT as we know it started.
So. But at the same time, I mean, they're launching already on a big platform. They're not starting off from scratch.
Exactly. They can kind of bring in several titles over the next year.
You think tag titles and a woman's title are definitely a focal point.
Yes.
The primary.
I think the big thing right now would get another singles title just because there's a lot of singles guys. There's only really the one tag that we know of. We've got to establish that first. And as of right now, assuming that they hire Toni Storm.
I think Toni Storm is involved. I think she's
who else would they have? I mean, I guess you could have people, someone like Nikki Cross jump across. No pun intended.
Yeah, Nikki crossover.
Nikki crossover.
Just trying to think. I mean, they do have a lot of. I mean, this would have been a good time for the Iconics. I mean, you would have thought.
Yeah,
when they're there. I mean, they do have.
So, you could have people on the main roster like the Iconics, like Finn Balor and others, start to pledge their allegiance to one or the other. Kind of hype it.
Well, even like the Sheamus, Cesaros. You could also maybe think like maybe a guy like Wade Barrett could come back.
Yeah, he could.
You never know, but this also could be a way for a guy like. Well, I mean, you think like Deonna Purrazzo.
Is she British?
No, but one of the things is she can also be the hamper of bringing in a British talent.
Fair enough.
Marty Scurll.
Oh, they're going to say Will Ospreay.
Why?
I don't know. I thought they were together.
I thought she was with Marty Scurll.
She is.
She a whore?
She is a female wrestler.
Fair enough. Yeah, we know a few of those.
Yes, wait, female wrestlers or whores?
A little bit of column A and a lot of column B.
Whores!
So, I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of talent. I mean, Becky Lynch flat out is another Irish. I mean,
lass.
Yeah. But I mean, I highly doubt they're going to take away from TV talent.
Yes.
But at the same time, you'd think like there's a plethora of.
Good word.
Yeah.
Great word. Word of the day.
Right?
Plethora. Yes, so that's exciting. That would be exciting. The other thing that they, I guess, announced on the intranets, Mae Young Classic Part 2 is going to happen August 8th and 9th. So, I don't know if it'll be another tournament-wise or if it'll be more like...
Toni Storm is signed by the WWE.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck has she been doing?
A little bit, well, I mean, she's only 22, so you don't have to rush her.
Get her over! Because she does a ton of stuff over in Stardom with Japan.
Well, I mean, and that was the thing. She, she's working with Stardom. Well, she did, like, on and off tapings for NXT for 2017. But then she signed on May 24th.
Oh.
So less than a month. Just over a month now.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, it's not, it's not like she hasn't done
it. Makes sense, because she's done a couple pictures lately saying that she's going to miss certain girls from Stardom. I wasn't sure why. That makes sense.
So. They also, WWE's report...
I can't believe she's that young. Good for her.
Who's the Japanese wrestler that Iro...
Yes, whatever her name is. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Shira or something like that. She's apparently WWE
Iro Shira?
bound. Yeah.
Something like that.
So apparently she's WWE bound. So, I don't know.
It's only a matter of time before they make an NXT Japan.
You know what? WWE, from the sounds of it, is now working with, what's the Japan... It's not New Japan. Is it Pro Wrestling Noah?
Yep. They have Noah over there. They have, what's it? DDT. All Japan apparently still around, but if you work with them, no one else wants to, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. What else is there? There's got to be a couple more. I can't remember. I don't know what else, but I like the fact that WWE is finally branching out and doing more work with other things. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, I mean, we know they work with Evolve already.
So Dragon Gate. There's another one.
Yeah, it's not Dragon Gate.
Well, I know some Dragon Gate. I'm just naming other ones from Japan.
Oh.
Could be a Pro Wrestling Noah. That one's pretty big.
I want to say it's Pro Wrestling Noah that they are now having a working relationship with.
Yeah.
So, I just remember, like, looking at the website and it's like, oh, yeah, I don't really know a lot of the guys there now, but,
Now.
10 years ago, I knew, like, everyone on the roster.
Yeah. Because everyone on the roster was also on Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor and
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Noah had a contract together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, like, even Daniel Bryan was doing stuff there, like AJ Styles and Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, Jay Lethal.
Do you hear about the alleged backstage incident, the big cast being fired?
They also reported that didn't happen.
It's been very back and forth. I want to get your take. What do you think happened on it?
Well, what I thought was really curious is that Cass was not wished well in his future endeavors.
Yes.
But from what I understand, the whole little person segment they had really didn't go over well. Plus, think about this. You also went and asked Vince McMahon for permission and did it anyway.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon's not going to be very happy with you. Hence probably why he tapped out to both losses against Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't pass it by the idea of that he also did something that created more heat. If this was true, I can completely understand why a decision was done that day.
Yeah.
But we all know that he worked the live event on the Monday after Money in the Bank. So it had to happen somewhat on the Tuesday.
Or it just got back to, if
Yeah.
it is true, got back to Vince on the Monday afterwards or the Tuesday morning.
Or it happened on the Monday of the live event. So, not too sure. I'm sure over time you'll hear a little bit more. I'm sure Big Cass will
Eventually he'll
do
do
a
like
podcast.
Enzo Amore just did Stone Cold, so
Yeah.
eventually I'm sure Big Cass will do one.
Also, Jim Ross flat out told Big Cass flat out, don't do anything stupid and don't say anything right now.
Smart.
And apparently Jim Ross understands that there's value in Big Cass moving forward, and if he wants any working relationship in the future, what he does now is going to dictate that. So,
Yeah.
very smart words of advice from Jim Ross.
Indeed. I also heard that a large Colin is now going to debut on Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, that is not true.
You don't know that. He could.
What was the thing? It was like...
Big Cass fired, large Colin now part of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, something like that.
That's funny. Go you heel book.
I could see an Impact Wrestling thing in his...
I could also see him going over to Japan, going over to England. Doing some stuff with maybe a PWG, maybe a Ring of Honor or something.
It'd be interesting if he did New Japan,
I guess it would.
especially if I don't know if he'd be a Ring of Honor guy.
No, you never know. Never know.
But him against Adam Page would be interesting. Somebody also tweeted the, would you snag him and put him in the Bullet Club?
Would I?
I mean,
Maybe.
I just don't think he has the name that's big enough yet.
I don't think he's the right fit.
Which is funny. I don't think a 7-foot guy is big enough to be in the Bullet Club.
I don't think he's the right fit. I don't think he's a big enough name. I just don't think he's the right fit.
Yeah. I mean, well, you look at how the group is with being the lead and everything, and just how they interact with one another outside of the ring. I just don't know if Big Cass is that guy.
No.
So.
He seems pretty private.
Yeah. Did you hear Adam Cole
Baby.
talk about the similarities between Undisputed Era and Bullet Club?
Kind of. No.
On how, like, all members that are there, like, yeah, they gel very well. But,
Yes.
I mean, individually, they're all different from one another. But,
Yep.
like, collectively, they just makes them this, like, an amazing pairing. And then you give them that, like, that attitude that they have. I mean, it's very comparable to the way the Bullet Club kind of, like, came up.
Oh, that's good.
In a way. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Like, you kind of look at it, and I'm like, there is... I think now, like, when you start a group, I mean, obviously you're going to look at past ones that did well, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to take a little bit of that, and kind of...
Take a little bit of Four Horsemen, a little bit of the NWO.
I mean, we definitely did that with One World Empire.
Absolutely.
Um,
And then we kind of went a little bit of the Bullet Club route with Tag Struggle 3.
what do you mean? There is nothing comparable to the Bullet Club and Tag Struggle 3. When that was the thing.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean...
There's only 3 members and only 2 of them could work.
No. It was like we had Young Bucks compared to... Shit Gordon.
Shit, Gordon.
Yeah.
Yay. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't have much for wrestling, really. I have a ton for hockey.
Well, yeah. I mean, the draft had happened, and holy hell was that
Something.
surprising.
Yes.
I mean, the first couple picks. I mean, yeah, nobody.
Expected
Everyone knew
different.
Darlene was going to Buffalo, and Svechnikov was going to Carolina.
Yeah.
Rumblings were Montreal was going to take Kokami at number 3.
And they did.
And they did.
And Brady Tkachuk goes number 4, which
Yeah,
is surprising.
and that one was kind of the first. Okay. I mean, I didn't expect Ottawa to take... I mean, part of me did expect them to take Philip Zadina. But I was surprised that they took Tkachuk so high, even though I was hearing Tkachuk was kind of impressing them.
Yeah.
Kind of in the end. But, I mean, it's one of those... I also found it funny, too, because I'm watching it on Sportsnet. And then you're hearing the announcers and the analysts there talking about, not sure, and then you kind of listen to the TSN analysis, and they're talking about how, rumblings are that they're going to pick this guy, and then a couple minutes later they do, while on Sportsnet, they're talking about, okay, they're clearly going to be looking at this guy, and then they don't even go anywhere close, so
Yeah.
it's funny just to see that difference between range on clearly who's in the true know here.
Oh, TSN hockey analysts have always been in the know. Always.
And to me, it's just really funny because you just can't watch hockey on TSN. It always has to be Sportsnet now, even though you want to listen to the TSN guys, in my opinion, unless like Elliot Freeman is there, because he's the one guy that I think does work on Sportsnet. That he knows the stuff very well.
There's a couple guys on Sportsnet that I like, but for the most part, I like TSN's overall better.
So we got Tkachuk at number 4, and I think Philippe Zadina went number 5.
No, Barrett Hayden went number 5 to Coyotes.
Right. That's right. He went 5, and Zadina
Philip
went number
Zadina
6.
went 6 to the Red Wings.
Yeah, which I like that pick for Detroit.
They got a steal.
Well, I mean, Zadina's going to be a really good kind of two-way player, but a very smart, offensive-minded forward. But man, I didn't expect Arizona to jump that. Like, Hayden he wasn't even a top 10 pick.
No.
Like, a lot of people drafted.
Wasn't he 12?
Yeah, like, they were projecting him to be the last Islander pick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was very tempting. And then, I mean, who do we had at 7?
Quentin Hughes.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes went to, yeah, that's right, Vancouver.
Canucks.
And their GM flat out said, if Quinn Hughes falls to Vancouver, he's not getting past Vancouver.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they apparently love Quinn Hughes from the get-go.
There we go.
So you knew that he was going to go there as soon as he fell and dropped down.
And then my Blackhawks picked Adam Boquist, the defenseman from Sweden.
Yeah. See, I'm not surprised.
Very offensively gifted, but he's got some room to grow, both size-wise, maturity-wise.
He's not going to play for the next 2 years.
No.
That's definite.
He'll probably stay over in Sweden. Maybe play in the AHL.
So, my thing was with them, I didn't understand if they're not taking a. I saw Noah Dobson flat out if they're taking a D-man, and then you have Oliver Wahlstrom,
Who was picked 11th.
yeah, and you're like, okay, it's probably Wahlstrom or it's Noah Dobson.
Who got picked 12th.
Yeah,
Both of the same team, the Islanders.
yeah, and then we went to 9, which was what, New York.
The Rangers, they picked
Yeah.
Vitaly Kravtsov.
Kravtsov, yeah, and like, I don't know where he was projected, but it was not close to the top 10.
No, I think it was late teens.
Yeah, so apparently New York just loves what this player could become.
Have you seen the pictures of him since he got to New York? Hanging out with topless people that have their body paints and whatnot on, outside Madison Square Garden and that?
Yeah.
Good for him. I like that.
But then we're rounding up the top 10 with Oilers, and you're just like, oh my god, like, okay, not expecting that they have a chance at Evan Bouchard, Noah Dobson, or Oliver Wahlstrom. And they have a choice of either 3. And you're like, okay, well, I mean, there's 2 right-hand shot defensemen, which are what you need. You have a bigger one in Bouchard, and then you have a smaller one in Dobson, and then you have a really good scoring winger. And you're like, okay, which one do you want to fill? Because the Oilers needed both. And they decided, which I'm very happy with, they went on the right-hand defenseman. And they took Evan Bouchard, who is probably a year ahead of a lot of people in terms of development, because he's an early birth date, and he's played 3 years in junior already.
Yeah.
So he can contend for... I mean, he's probably going to make the conversation, okay, is he going to make the team? Is he not if he has a good camp? Chances are he's going to play juniors 1 more year, and then he's AHL.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think they should do. But
Don't bring him up too early.
at the same time, if he has a great camp, I don't see the point of saying, okay, let's see what you look like on an NHL game or 2. But, I mean, that's provided that he has a good camp. But then, so the Oilers take Evan Bouchard, and that leaves the the Islanders with 2 picks.
Which they picked 2 guys who were supposed to go higher.
Yeah, 2 guys that are supposed to go, top 8.
Yeah.
And they pick Oliver Wahlstrom at 11, and then Noah Dobson at 12.
No Dobson 11.
Yeah,
Wahlstrom at 12.
But it's like, Jesus. I mean, talk about stealing that.
You gotta think, because for the last few years, it's always been, generally where people do the mock draft is where people end up.
Yeah.
So you gotta think that kids probably look at that, and then they're sitting there going, why am I not getting picked? What the fuck's going on?
Well, I mean, at one time, you're probably, you're doing the interviews and the draft, and I'm sure, okay, you got good feelers on some teams. You kind of feel good about some areas. And then you're like, okay, you're probably looking at this, at the projections, but you're not really maybe putting a lot of stock into it because you don't want to get your hopes up. Probably because you don't want to get your hopes up and be like, okay, I'm probably going to go to this team. And oh, man, I got to this team.
Yeah.
And then you totally, just lose the fact, I just got drafted to the NHL.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's just it's probably nerve-wracking and frustrating if you falling and falling and falling. But, I mean, what was interesting, it was just, I don't think a lot of teams were expecting to get some of the players that they wanted and thought they wouldn't have a shot at.
Yeah.
I think that was the surprising part. It seemed like a lot of these teams were very happy to get their picks.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, we also can't forget 27th. Blackhawks pick again. They take the Predators pick, and they got defenseman Nicholas Bowden from the QMJHL.
Oh.
Potential power play quarterback in Bowden.
And
so I'm okay with that.
That's another thing that Evan Bouchard actually brings too, is the fact that he shoots. He got 87 points in juniors last year.
Yeah, as a defenseman.
Yeah. And then they said he was averaging like 28, 29 minutes a game.
Yeah.
So he's a horse.
He's a horse.
So, Oilers, I hope they're patient with it. We saw one big trade, and that was Carolina and Calgary, where Calgary sent Adam Fox and Dougie Hamilton, and I think it was a third player.
Yes, I have it here.
Like Landon Fay or something.
Yeah, Hamilton, Furland, and Fox went to the Hurricanes for Lindholm and Hannafin.
Yeah, Elias Lindholm and Noah Hannafin, and you're like,
which right now, as we talked about earlier,
Dougie Hamilton's the best player now.
The Canes win that one, but down the road, I think the Flames scored big with this.
Yeah, and you're thinking now, okay, they just created some more cap room, so they can be a little bit more spendy in the free agency. If they want to.
Yes.
Also, they're probably going to have some, with, I don't know, did Monahan or those guys get their...
I think one or two of them are up right now.
Yeah, so, I think Monahan, this could be his
Plus,
third year.
Kachuk will be coming up either this year or next year.
Yeah. Because there was rumors that they were going to trade Hamonic again.
Yeah.
But then the Dougie Hamilton won.
Yeah.
So, and it's very weird that Dougie Hamilton, in the span of 3 years, has been traded twice. Because he was traded on the draft where the Oilers got McDavid.
Yeah. Maybe it's something behind the scenes.
Well, I think it's just like the return, right? Because Dougie Hamilton got Boston a first-round pick that I think that one was the year where they got the triple picks in a row, and they ended up taking, DeBrusk as one of the three. And
yeah, him 19th, I think.
Yeah, so I think, they had 17, 18, 19 or something that year.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, you got Elias Lindholm and Noah Hannafin, and you're like, oh, huh. And Noah Hannafin was a top 5 draft pick, too.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
So it's true what the Canes said, that they're willing to trade anybody.
Yeah.
By the way, 2 things. One real quick. Liam Kirk, congratulations. He's the first English-born and English-raised hockey player to be drafted in the NHL at 189th overall by the Coyotes. And you see the new third jerseys?
Yep.
Coyotes? Ooh, they're going back to their old classics. Love it!
Not a big fan of Carolina's.
I like it.
See, I like the fact that it's a black jersey.
It's black with red, but then there's that smoky color for the shoulders, which, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have their third or their secondary crest on as their main crest, but within the secondary crest is basically the outline of the state of Carolina.
Yeah.
I think Northern Carolina, that's where they play.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. But so far, those are the only 2 I've seen. Have you seen any others? Oh, no.
No, those are the only 2 that have been released. Hold on. Just from what I understand, Anaheim is also getting a black jersey that supposedly has
the old school duck logo.
Yeah. So it's not.
So it's not like the orange one that was kind of.
It could be.
lame.
It could be a variation of that, but I think there's going to be different colors.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm very curious on that one. The Oilers are rumored to bring back the blue version of their
That'd be
jerseys.
nice. Hopefully it's the new blue, the dark, navy blue they have.
Well, from what I heard, there could be alterations on the shades of the blue and orange again.
Again?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know.
I actually like the navy blue. They should keep that and go with the bright orange at the top. That'd look real good.
But I think they might darken the orange a little bit, from what I understand.
Okay.
So, not against that necessarily.
Yeah.
Then, who's another one? Tampa Bay is expected to do a black jersey as well. As a third.
I think they should do a different color. I mean, I know their colors are like blue, white, black, but
Well, not black.
Try
Right now
something
it's just blue and white.
oh yeah, but
This is the return of the black.
but try something different. We've seen that. Try something new.
Yeah, but if they brought back one of their older black jerseys, I mean, I'm not against
That'd be
it.
okay. That'd be all right.
But I mean, they also, from what I understand, the bolts isn't going to be on it, so there's going to be a possibility for a completely different design.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. Islanders are expected to do a third jersey.
Hopefully it's the old school one with the actual Islander guy from the 90s.
Well,
I don't know why. I fucking like that jersey.
Did you see the logo
No.
that they had when Barry Trotz went there?
Which, by the way, Barry Trotz signs with the Islanders 5 years, $4 million a year.
So I will.
So $20 million. Good for him.
And somebody said this needs to be their new logo.
That is fantastic.
So-
The old school Islanders logo with Trotz's face on it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I like it. Speaking of which, there's a few other people's re-signings, trades.
Well, the big one is Ilya Kovalchuk is coming back to the NHL.
Playing for the LA Kings.
Yeah.
3 years at $18.75 million.
And the signing was very interesting at timing because it nixed a possible Max Pacioretty trade.
Which he almost got traded twice. He went there and he almost went to...
Buffalo.
no, he almost went to... was it Carolina? Because Carolina was going to get... No, Islanders. Their pick 11 was going to go to Montreal. Montreal was going to send their third pick.
No, Ryan O'Reilly was going to go to Montreal.
They were going to
So Buffalo was going to get the pick, and then Carolina was going to get Pacioretty.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what it was. A three-way dance.
It's funny how you knew the information, but
Whatever.
I figured it out.
Whatever.
Tag team effort.
Carlson got re-signed 8 years, $64 million. So he's staying
The one in Washington.
Yeah, the Capitals. Sorry, the Capitals. Carlson with a C.
John Carlson.
Sorry, not Carlson with a C on his jersey,
Yeah.
C in his name.
Yeah.
Tavares is speaking to 5 different teams this week. He spoke with the Leafs
Supposedly
yesterday.
he's talking with the Islanders as we speak.
So Islanders today. He spoke with the Leafs. He wants to speak with the
Well, apparently it's
Lightning, the
Lightning, Sharks. Vegas is another one.
Vegas, Dallas,
Dallas is another
and
one.
Toronto.
Toronto's one. And then,
I love the fact he's shut down. Like the Habs asked to speak to him, and he's like, "No, I don't want to go to Montreal. No."
And then I raised a point of it could be a smart negotiating tactic for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who do have cap for this year. This is before like a lot of their big contracts.
Yeah, before Marner, before
Matthews.
Nylander and Matthews.
I think Nylander might be this year.
Oh, is it?
But Nylander I don't think is going to be as big as Marner or Matthews.
No.
So would you not give Islanders give Tavares the 1 year max contract this year? Then you have the possibility of re-signing him for 8 years after that, and then you can kind of negotiate. Be like, look, we'll give you max this year, but then just make a little bit less.
Next 8 years.
Yeah, and then just...
Because he's only 27, 26, something like that?
Well, he got drafted in... No, I mean, he's almost... Yeah, he'd be 27, I think.
26, 27 now. He's got a lot of good hockey left in
Because he
him.
was drafted in 09, so he would have been 18 then. So, yeah, he'd actually be 27 going on to 28.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good years of hockey left in him.
And then you're kind of wondering, like, well, I mean... But then again, I mean, a lot of teams that have the cap room have that same pitch as well.
Yeah.
Also, you look at... Everyone's like, oh, how does San Jose? And it's like, well, easy. I mean, there's $7 million or $8 million from Thornton's off the table now. Because he's a UFA. They did sign Kane to 7. So, I mean, really, they saved $1 million there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they did. What else? Oh, there was a trade of Grubauer and Orpik were traded to the Avalanche for the second-round pick of this year.
I'm very surprised Grubauer went to Colorado, who then quickly signed.
But they didn't sign Orpik because it looks like they're trying to...
They bought him out.
They bought him out? Okay,
yeah.
so he's done.
Yeah.
I wonder where Orpik's going to end
I
up.
wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to Washington.
You think they'd do that?
I think they might.
That'd be kind of funny. Get rid of his cap space to get a smaller cap space. That'd be kind of cool. I like it.
But, I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if Orpik goes back to a place he's gone before. Speaking of going back to a
Pittsburgh?
place he went back to, well, that's one. But also going back to a spot where he played before, Rick Nash.
Potentially back to Columbus.
Yeah, they are on top of his list.
I wonder if they trade Panarin because he's looking at going elsewhere potentially.
Well, Panarin never asked for a trade. He just said he doesn't want to negotiate a new deal right now.
Yeah. So as soon as he says
but
that...
Also, here's the counter off to that. You trade him. As a team that's trading him, Panarin's probably going to say the same thing to anybody who has him. So why would you trade for Panarin knowing that he doesn't want to talk Rico about a new deal? So then you're like, okay, well, how much are you willing to trade for him? Like, his trade value won't be too high knowing that you don't have...
Well, it won't be really high, but it's Panarin.
That's where also I think the complexity of trading for Erik Karlsson is, knowing that you trade for him, and then you only have 1 year.
Yeah.
And then you don't know, because he is a UFA after this year. And another one to know is after July 1, a lot of these teams have bonuses that kick in.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams want to wait till after July 1 so they don't have to pay for these bonuses, while there's other teams that want to trade so they don't have to pay for that bonus.
Yeah.
Supposedly there are teams trying to think of the one case scenario I was thinking of. I think Ottawa is willing to pay Karlsson's.
Yeah.
I believe that's the one. Or it's Montreal willing to pay Pacioretty's.
No, it's Karlsson. I think they're actually I wouldn't say actively shopping Pacioretty, but they're looking into it. Like, with somewhat intent. Let's see what else. Oh, the Blackhawks are going to be here in Edmonton twice this coming season, and I am available to go to both games, and that makes me happy.
For right now.
What do you mean right now?
Just saying. You don't know what happened. I'm just saying, for right now, you're available. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just also...
I don't like that you're trying to plan my death or something. It's freaking
I'm not
me
planning your death.
You're freaking me out, man!
If anything, I'm planning the fact that you don't die.
No. Oh, what?
I would plan to save your life, not take it.
Well, fair enough. And Darryl Sutter has retired from coaching at the age of 59.
Oh, no more said Sutter?
Congrats to him on his good career, starting off as an assistant coach with my Blackhawks.
Also, Jets agreed to a 1-year deal with Morrow, the defenseman there. So
Morrow!
And JT Miller sends a 5-year deal staying with Tampa Bay.
Well, there you go. Let's see what else. Yeah, JT Miller. Senators placed Alex Burrows on waivers for purpose of buyout. And the Penguins re-signed Brian Rust, 4-year, $14 million contract.
You know who didn't get re-signed?
Who dat?
Kuhnhackl, as he rejected a 2-year deal from Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
also in the Hockey Hall of Fame news, they've unleashed their 2018 Hall of Fame induction list, topped by Martin Brodeur, Martin St. Louis, the CCCP, aka Soviet Union player Alexander Yachnev. I've never heard of him.
He only played in the Russian league.
Yeah. And Jana Hefford from Team Canada women's team. That's the player category. And the, I don't know what it's called. The
Builders.
Was that?
Builders.
The Builders?
Yeah.
Commissioner Gary Bettman, which I think is funny. But, I mean, he has done a lot for the league. I'll give him that. I just don't like him as a person, really. I think he's incredibly arrogant and cocky. I just don't like him. And then also Willie O'Ree, which I think is funny as hell. Well, I shouldn't say funny. It's ironic that he has his own award named after him, but he's not in the Hall of Fame till this year.
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic. Willie O'Ree, the first black player in the NHL, who played for, not the Blackhawks, ironically, for the Bruins.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of them. That's cool. That's all I have for hockey. What'd you go for hockey?
I'm just kind of looking at potential... Rasmus Dahlin is going to wear number 26.
So, bye-bye Matt Molson? Or did Matt Molson just give up the number?
I think he was placed for buyout.
Oh. Wow.
A
little surprising.
So, yeah.
How about that?
Then to me, as you divulge into a new category, I will go to capfriendly.com because that is where I get all my information. Actually, while I do this, why don't you talk about where people can get some t-shirts?
Don't tell me how to do my fucking stuff and shit. But yeah, seriously, you go to whatamover.net. You can get Retro WE and OG The Struggle t-shirts, hoodies, baby onesies, hats, moons over my hammies. Last two are made up. Point is, get our gear, get our shit. Still working on actual merchandise, sell shows. We're busy. It's lots going on.
Also, as of right now, San Jose Sharks have $18.8 million in cap space.
They can give.
They can afford John.
$18.8 million per year is what they're going to give him.
Also, Paul Stastny is also rumored that he could possibly go to Montreal.
Really?
Now, I'm going to kind of go with a little search of... now, it's going to tell me some of the...
UFAs that are worth
so I'm going to
mentioning?
go quickly top 20. Give me a sense of where they'll go. Joe Thornton.
Retired.
This is based on just, what they made.
Okay.
So, and then not necessarily the best, but just, some of the top names. So, Joe Thornton, who has expressed interest that he will take a pay cut to stay in San Jose.
Yeah.
So, I do think he'll stay in San Jose making a lot less than $8 million.
$1 million for 1 year.
Rick Nash.
Okay.
Where do you think he'll go?
Columbus.
I actually have a feeling.
You know what? He will go to Dallas.
I have a feeling that he will actually go back to the Rangers.
You think so?
Paul Stastny.
I think he'll stay in Winnipeg.
They do have cap issues.
Well, they have a lot of issues. It's fucking Winnipeg.
Mike Green.
He's in Detroit as of right
He
now.
was in Detroit.
Was
It
in
does
Detroit.
not look like Detroit is going to keep him.
Florida.
I'm going to put up a very interesting scenario. Edmonton.
That's not interesting. That's hometown.
No, I know, but sign him for 2 years. Let Evan Bouchard develop for 2 years.
And then kick his ass to the curb.
And I would actually trade a contract out, and that would be Andre Sekera.
Oh, okay.
Thomas Buchanan.
He's in Toronto right now.
There's actually a rumor on here, but I'm going to tell this after your prediction.
Arizona.
The rumor is Buchanan could very well start next season wearing a Montreal Canadiens jersey.
Goes back. How about that?
Kerry Lettinen
Kerry Lettinen. He's in Dallas.
was.
He'll end up Philadelphia.
Toby Enstrom.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
He was a defenseman on Winnipeg.
I'll say he stays in Winnipeg.
I think he's going to go to the St. Louis Blues.
Okay.
Then we get John Tavares, who we know he's...
I'm going to say re-signs with
Yeah.
Islanders.
But he is definitely the biggest name right now
Oh, for sure.
in the UFA market. Islanders 100%. I don't think he wants to leave.
Yeah.
But I think the only team that could take him away, actually, I do believe this, is Toronto.
No, as much as I hate saying it, I do agree.
Valtteri Filppula. He's on Philadelphia.
Nashville.
I'm going to say he's going to go back to Detroit.
Sure.
Now, this next player did get an offer from his team, has chose not to sign it yet. Do not. A lot of people do not think he'll stay with the team that he played for last season. James Neal.
He resigns.
The rumor is that he will not stay in Vegas.
Really? Huh. Well, okay. James Neal resigns, but if the rumor happens to be true and he doesn't actually want to stay in Vegas, Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go with San Jose.
Fair enough.
Mikhail Grabovski.
Isn't he part of Vegas
He
right
was.
now? Was?
Now, here's one of the rumored things.
Minnesota.
A lot of players that are actually free agents in Vegas might not actually stay in Vegas.
Really?
So,
Yeah, Minnesota.
yeah. Paul Martin, who is bought out by San Jose.
Anaheim.
I'm going to say he's going to go to Vegas.
Maybe.
Yaroslav Halak.
Who's he supposed to be with right now?
He was with the Islanders.
Yeah, he's had some issues there. I'm going to say he goes to
I think mine is
Vancouver.
I think he's going to reunite himself with Carey Price.
Oh, Montreal.
Becomes a backup. Jack Johnson. Defenseman for the Columbus Blue Jackets.
He's going to go on hiatus, play over in Europe for 3 years, and then come back when Seattle has a team. Final answer.
I'm going to say Detroit Red Wings.
Okay.
James Van Riemsdyk.
Boston.
We're close alphabetically. I'm going to go with Dallas Stars. Tyler Bozak.
Resigns.
I'm going Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, that's funny.
I think Montreal is going to go hard after centers.
Whatever, they need some, so.
So yeah. Nikolai Kulemin.
Where's he right now?
Islanders.
I want to say they're going to resign him. But if they don't resign him, Rangers. Or Hartford.
I'm going to say New Jersey Devils.
Okay.
Alexei Emelin.
Current team?
Nashville.
Calgary.
I'm going to go with Vancouver.
Okay.
Robin Leonard.
Chicago.
I think Hutton's going to go to Chicago.
I'd be okay with that too.
I think Robert Leonard.
Leonard or Hutton, in my opinion, one of them needs to go to Chicago so we can have a good
I'm going to say
backup.
Robin Leonard goes to Carolina.
Okay. Him and Darling, because Ward's not staying.
So that is the top 20 on Cap Friend. And that's not necessarily top 20.
But what about LeBron James?
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Seattle Supersonics. Charlotte Bobcats.
Portland Trailblazers.
The Flint Tropics.
Toon Squad. That actually could happen.
Okay, I'm going to go with 5 notable names that are not in this top 20.
Sure.
I'm just going to go... Okay, it has a top 100, so I'm going to go with 5 that are pretty, like... Ooh,
Close to the 20.
well, just kind of interesting ones that, you know, can have. Would be a good...
Anthony Duclair. Hopefully he resigns.
Not qualified and offered. Did not get qualified.
Oh.
You know who also didn't get...
Who's that?
Based on the report that was put out, which made no sense, was Mikhail Yakupov out of
Wow.
Colorado, which they messed up. It's Nail Yakupov.
Yeah.
Also, Devontae Smith-Pelly, not qualified.
Really? Wow.
Also, Tobias Rader.
Don't know who that is.
Okay, let's have some fun. My boy, Nick Holden.
He was in Boston. He was in. Started Chicago, then went to New York, then Boston.
He was not in Chicago.
Sorry, not Chicago. Colorado. I don't know why I said Chicago. Colorado.
He was with the Rangers to begin the season.
No, but I mean, like, he started in Colorado.
Yeah.
Then went to the Rangers, and then finished last year in Boston. I think he's going to go to Montreal.
I have a feeling he's actually not going to come to Edmonton, even though I kind of want him to.
That'd be nice.
I have a feeling he's going to join a St. Albert defenseman.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah. Okay, with another Patrick Maroon.
If he doesn't stay in New Jersey, he's going to re-sign in Edmonton.
Re-signing would be in New Jersey.
Okay, well, he's going to come back to Edmonton.
I'm going to say either St. Louis or possibly San Jose.
Okay.
Okay, what's another one? David Perron.
California Golden Seals.
I think David Perron might actually be...
I think he'll resign.
supposedly he's not staying in Vegas.
What's with all these players not staying in Vegas? Do they hate it there?
No, apparently a lot of them don't like the Vegas city. Again, maybe it's not the city so much, but I don't think they like
The atmosphere?
I think too, like, it wasn't a lot of their choice to go to Vegas to begin with.
I guess, yeah.
So,
But you think with all the success you'd want to stay.
yeah, but I think a lot of people also expect that was a one-time thing.
I guess, including the players, apparently.
I'm actually going to go with Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay.
Okay, so who's that? 3 already?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go with Joel Ward.
Charleston Chiefs.
I can see him as a Philadelphia Flyer.
Yeah, I could do, actually. That makes sense.
And last but not least,
Last and least.
let's go with Michael Grabner.
Halifax Islanders. Michael Grabner. Phoenix.
Personally, I think this guy would be a perfect fit for the Oilers. But I believe he's going to go back to the Rangers.
Dallas. No. Minnesota. No. Detroit. No. Halifax.
One of the teams I actually don't think will do that much is the Minnesota Wild.
Fair enough.
I just don't know why. I just don't think they'll do much.
Just like in the playoffs.
Yeah. So.
I have a couple things that you'll like.
Okay.
For baseball, during a Philadelphia Phillies game, a woman took a hot dog to the face from a wiener gun.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Hilarious. Way to take a
Apparently she was
wiener
taken
to
to
the
the hospital.
Yeah. Contusions on the eyes and nose. Way to take a wiener to the face, honey. You go, girl. Also,
Take me out to the ball game.
the Balls game.
Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and slap my face. I don't care because I love it better than Mace. It's true. Osuna suspended for 75 games per the domestic violence policy that dates back to the start of the season or whenever he first left.
Apparently he also
So he'll
pleaded
be
not
back.
guilty.
He's pleading not guilty, but he's not objecting against the call that the MLB made.
Yeah.
He's just accepting that, but he's pleading not guilty to the charges. So it's retroactive back to whenever he had to take time off in the start. So he'll, barring that he doesn't serve jail time or anything, he'll be back as of mid-August.
Now, percentage. What's your percentage that he plays baseball again?
If he's found not guilty, good. If he's found guilty,
But just,
no.
from what you know about the situation now, what's your percentage that he'll play baseball again?
50-50.
What's your percentage that's with Toronto?
Not good. He's getting traded this year.
I don't think he
or
gets
released.
traded.
I think he
he
gets
just
released.
flat out.
He gets released. He goes over and plays in Japan.
I think it'd be really funny if he went to the Yankees or something like that.
Yeah, and starts tearing it up.
Yeah.
Also, Josh Donaldson still having calf problems.
Yeah, 3 more weeks.
3
for
more
him.
weeks. There's rumors that they're looking to trade him.
Well, there was always that rumors. I think if they know that he is damaged goods now, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
However, I still have a hard time passing up on him.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, part of me just wants to see Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and Donaldson back to back,
I agree.
in the batting order.
Yeah, I agree.
You're telling me Josh Donaldson can't be your everyday DH? Smoke
Definitely.
could be a first baseman.
Smokey, which he sometimes is.
Yeah.
Who'd be third baseman though? That's where Donaldson plays.
Well, you can also have Smoke being third.
Yeah, true.
Um,
Smoke him if you got him.
But I mean, Russell Martin very well could be a third baseman as well. He has been playing
Isn't he a
third base.
catcher?
He's been playing third base a little bit too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they have a couple catchers, right? So.
Yeah, they do, those guys. By the way, did you see the picture that the Blue Jays posted? It finally happened. Smoked trout back on sale for $14.27. That's fucking. I love the Blue Jays on social media. They're great. You know what? Before we go any further, I just want to quickly hammer off the rest of the advertising. Backbreaker Media, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast Player. Fuck YouTube, we're on there, but whatever. Fuck it. And we are no longer doing Pivot Share. We are now, it's a dimension of Pivot Share called PowerSlam.tv. We don't have any Tag Struggle promo codes,
No.
but sign up for $5.99 a month using Amazon Prime with a 30-day trial. Or you can use iOS, Google Play, Roku, whatever the hell that is, Chromebook, or the actual PowerSlam TV website for a 2-week free trial. Try it out. Potentially, this could have hundreds, if not thousands of hours of wrestling, including yours truly, Tag Struggle. Tag to Struggle. Tag to Struggle. And that's it for advertising.
To tag or not to tag?
That is the struggle.
That is the struggle of the question.
Yeah. So, Ricky Ray is taken to the hospital after a sack. Precautionary for neck injury reasons. He was released but expected to miss a significant amount of time this season. I guess he's got some bruised neck bones and dick bones and ego bones. So that sucks.
No.
But to be fair, before he got taken to the hospital, they were sucking really bad.
Well, I mean, now you see Franklin, who was traded from the Eskimos to the Argonauts.
Argo!
Now he's the starter for the Argonauts.
How about that, eh?
You know what? No, I do think Edmonton and Toronto do have a home and home coming up.
Yeah, a couple weeks from now.
Yeah. So
July 13th, I think, is when they're here.
So it's very interesting that the first time they're here, Franklin, who was the Edmonton backup last season, is going to be starting against.
Yes. Against a hopefully better fucking defense. Ours was goddamn trash. I was at the home opener, and holy shit, did they decide to not show up?
Did anybody claim the 50-50?
They did.
Oh, okay.
$274,000.
Why didn't you win it?
Because I fucking didn't get the right ticket. I got fucked.
What did you learn?
Buy the right ticket.
Exactly. That's all you have to do.
Here's an unpopular rant I want to go on. Why the fuck do they have to change their name?
Who?
Leave it alone.
Who?
The Eskimos.
What?
Leave it alone. You know who has a problem with the name?
Fags?
White people. You know who doesn't have a problem with the name?
Fags?
Indigenous people. What the fuck does it matter if the people who are apparently pissed off about it that are in question don't actually hate it? And the people who do hate it are white. Quit being so fucking privileged. Check your privilege, you pieces of shit. Holy Christ. End of rant. Basically what I'm saying is fuck white people.
Yeah, we're not racist at all. We're blaming ourselves.
Yeah, fuck uppity fucking millennial pieces of shit. Fuck!
Well, we live in 2018. If you can't complain, you're just not doing social media right.
You can't complain. You're just not having fun, apparently.
I mean, we can definitely rant on a lot of things about it.
But for fuck's sakes, like, come on, just let it go. If Native Americans, indigenous people, don't care, then what does it matter? That's like saying, I'm offended because of all the N-bombs in black people's rapping music.
It's like you saying, like, you're offended by everyone who likes to grow their hair out.
Exactly! And I'm not. I just want to clarify that. I'm not. I feel like I have to clarify that. I'm not offended by that. I enjoy a fro as much as the next man. Whether it be bush or head.
What?
Or bushy head.
Oh, I love how that turned out.
It worked out really well, didn't it?
That's not even exactly where I was hoping it would go.
There, if we had sound clips, that would be one of them. Not that I'm offended by that. Anyways, that's all I got. Catch us this weekend.
But it's also like if I'm offended that people got growth spurts.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck them, but still, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, fuck them.
I'm not offended. It's just, like, it's easier to kick them in the balls.
Or headbutt them in the balls.
Even tall people are short when they lay down. Just saying.
Even tall people are short when they have no dick. That doesn't really make sense. But anyways.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah.
CWC.
We are going there.
Yeah, we are.
You know? So, I don't know what I'm doing yet.
They
They still can't even find competition for me.
I'm still saying right now I'm entering myself into the Rumble, whether they want me to or not.
I think I am too.
Hooray!
I think I'm just going to go there.
Tag
go in the
Struggle Rumble!
I'm just going to go in the Rumble, and if I win, I get a day off. How about that?
Rumble Struggles! Whoa, Jesus, let's try again. Rumble Struggles! There we go.
Struggle
Rumble Struggle. Yeah, Talking Struggles!
It's a struggle Rumble?
Strumbly Struggles! Point is, this weekend, CWC. It's going to be a little bit of alright.
I mean, better be special.
Oh!
Strugglelicious, too.
I just want to also say to everybody who sent me different jerseys, because you see what I'm doing right now on my Instagram, thank you. Feel free to keep sending those in. I'm on day 70. Well, this will come out Thursday. That'll be day 78.
Yeah.
So as of this Thursday, the 28th, it'll be day 78.
You should just try to find a Crosby jersey in a mirror.
That would be kind of funny. Because as of right now, I've done day 80. I'm looking forward to day 79 tomorrow. Not sure who I'm going to use yet. Literally make it up as I go. So if you have some numbers between 78 and 1, I mean, that's a fairly wide range. Throw them towards me. See if I use it.
I mean, you have pretty much the who's who for 77.
Clefbaum?
Well, I mean, you could have anybody. The Ray Borg.
Bork. Bork.
Coffee.
Coffee.
I mean, Clefbaum, Hedman.
Don't know those first two.
Victor Hedman.
No. Bork or Coffee. That's the problem. I found several numbers that are like, there's a lot of
Okay, can you just do one thing? Can you not use Subban for 76?
Okay. Just because?
I mean...
Do you think he'd bitch about it if I didn't?
Yeah, I think he did. I mean,
Okay, well then I won't.
But, I mean, if he bitches, that means you're even more over.
In!
Because, you know...
I'll just tell him, you know what? I'll use a jersey 76 from Montreal, and I'll have Vaughn on the back. That's who he's dating. Lindsey Vaughn, who's American. It's not as funny as what I said it out loud. Shit. I'm going to regroup, try that again later. Right on. Anyways.
I mean, he does live in Nashville now.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
and okay, by the way, he is the cover of NHL 19 now.
that cover looks so stupid.
Right?
Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. Since NHL was it?
Does that cover not make you dislike those yellow jerseys more now? Like, they are really yellow.
I mean, yeah, I don't care about the color. It's just, since NHL was it 16, I think everyone on the cover is celebrating. They're doing a pose or a goal pose, whatever the case is. But NHL 19, this is the first one that looks fucking stupid. Like, just the pose. It's
Why
like
can't they
it's
just have him in,
a
like, the middle
profile
of a slap
side,
shot?
a profile side shot, and it looks like he's stretching.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's how he does a celebration, but it looks stupid. They should have done it either more on an angle or, as you said, a slap shot. Slap shot hasn't been used since 2000.
What about that old school draft photo where you're just like, you know, got your stick down, you're looking at the camera?
Yeah! You know what we should do? We should make one of Tag Struggle as a custom downloadable one.
Oh, I mean, if we do that, why wouldn't you just do WWE?
By the way, I've seen several of them that they do, like, the Stanley Cup version has Wayne Gretzky as an Oiler with the cup. The Legends version has...
Here's also another thing. NHL 2K19. Just get the Legends editions, because Wayne Gretzky's on there. That means, boom, back-to-back years, Oilers on it. Just saying.
There you go.
Just saying.
And, but I mean, there's a bunch I saw. The emergency backup edition has the Chicago Blackhawks emergency backup goalie on it.
Yeah, which, by the way, you got to do make backup for your 69.
I've thought about it. It's definitely one of the top. That or Lesnar. Or Doug Glad. I mean, fuck, so many choices. Maybe I'll do all three. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But, I mean, why don't we do one for hockey and wrestling? You imagine? You see AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Tag Struggle.
What happens if we just did, like, Bucks Struggle?
Struggle Bucks?
Young Struggles.
Young Struggles, yeah.
Tag Bucks.
Tag Bucks! Tag in. I like it. We'll do, like, the tag...
You know what? Together, we're a super kick hangover. Yeah. Because, you know, I mean, they do the super kicking and we just drink a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so... I mean, they party.
Well, say if it's a super kick.
We're the after party, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're a super kick party, they're the super kicks. We're the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I like
Super kick struggles.
super kick after party.
There we go.
Because we're all about the after parties.
We're all drunk and super kicking things in
Yeah.
the shins and knees and dicks. Super kicking dicks.
Sweet dick music.
Yeah, it's not sweet. It's sour dick music.
Sourdough music.
Ew. Oh God.
This episode is brought to you by sourdough.
This episode is brought to you by the Horny Hour Sourdough. Get it while it's hot. Before it's not.
Or a little bit wet. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
If it's blue, it's good for you.
Hey, that's all I got. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think this is it for episode 81 of the Sound Struggle.
It's 80
One.
and a half.
One.
81.
It's
It's too Yag or not too Yag.
exactly.
Fuck. You know what? I'm in the whole mode of counting down jersey-wise. I actually thought we counted down. Fuck me. I am just all sorts of confused. I need a drink.
I am on top of shit right now.
You're on top of me. Hot beef injection of penicillin. Coming up!
Did you just say your shit?
You're on top of my shit. You are on Mount McNaig shit.
I am Matt Crapalot.
Mount Crapalot.
That actually does.
I am Sir Poops a lot.
I'm on Poop Mountain.
Yes.
So yeah.
Let's get out of here.
We're
Fuck.
Tech Struggle, and we're real.
And spectacular.
And we're a little bit of alright.
Damn right. Later?
Well, we're strugglicious.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.